Welcome to another video on Microsoft Teams as part of the EdTech Demonstrator program. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set your first assignment for a class and then show you from the student perspective as to what it looks like at their end in regards to completing, uploading and obtaining feedback that you have set. To begin this process, I'm going to click the Assignments tab at the top of the screen. This will appear for any team that is set up as a class. And in doing so, I will be presented with the following screen. Now, this is a brand new team and they've never had an assignment before, so as you can see, there have been none assigned previously. What I'm going to do is click Create, and from the options that I'm given, in this particular instance, I'm going to choose Assignment. I will cover Quiz in a different video. What it is now going to ask me for is title, instructions and other information relating to this assignment, including a date that's going to be issued and a date that it is due in. This particular assignment that I am going to be setting is that of a binary conversion Word document. On the screen right now is the piece of work that I'm going to be setting for this particular class. It is a very basic introduction to binary conversion task, where they're going to write the answers in as part of the Word document, with the idea being that they submit that document back to me for me to provide feedback on through Microsoft Teams. So what I'm going to do is give it a title that is appropriate. In this particular case, I'm going to call it Homework Introduction to Binary Conversion. I'm going to give them some instructions. Please complete on the sheet the binary conversion tasks. Now at this point in time, what I can do is add the resource that I wish to include. Now here where it says add resources, if I click there, I'll be taken to a file browser. Now what I can do is I can go from my OneDrive, my class notebook or an external link. In this particular instance, I want to upload a document from my desktop. So to do that, I'm going to click Upload from this device. And currently on my desktop, I've only got 4 items. The one that I am concerned with here is the homework converting binary numbers. If I click Open, it's going to upload it. Shouldn't take too long. There we go. And click Done. Now at the moment, this piece of homework task is set to students can't edit. And I'll come back to that as an option in a few moments' time. Points, I'm not going to be issuing points for this. As it stands currently, I'll be not using this team to track grades. I can choose who to assign it to. It's going to be the EdTech demo. I can choose individual students, or by default it is all students, which in a class setting is likely the most popular option. And in terms of a due date, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to make it tomorrow and end of day tomorrow. Now, what I'm going to do is come back and address this students can't edit. What I want them to do is to edit their own copy. This is a Word document that I want them to edit and re-upload as part of their homework submission. So I'm going to say that students edit their own copy. Students not being able to edit is very useful for documents where you simply want to share a worksheet with them and the homework submission, for example, is completed through pen and paper. Perhaps it's an assignment for an essay writing task. At this point in time, I'm happy with the title, instructions, the document and the due date, so I'm going to click Assign. What Save will allow me to do is save that assignment for a future date where I can publish it as and when I choose. But in this particular instance, I want to assign it straight away. Now, I can see that homework has now been assigned, or rather that assignment has now been assigned. And if I click on it, there we go, it's giving me the notification that an assignment has been done. It shows me the 2 students who are currently part of this group and the status that they are currently at. Now, of course, this is not handed in, and therefore I've put no feedback to those students yet. What I'm now going to do is show you this process from the student perspective, who will have got a notification, and when they log into Teams, will be presented with an assignment to complete. From the student perspective, and as you can see, I have currently signed myself in as edtech_student01. Now in their activity feed, they've currently got that I added them to the demo team a while ago, and they've also got an assignment mention for the particular assignment that we've just assigned. So if I click on that notification, which I've already done, you can see it pulls up the team that they are currently in, which is the EdTech demo, and shows them the assignment down here. Now, one way of accessing this assignment would be to click View Assignment here, but what I also want to do is demonstrate another way of doing it, which is to go to Assignments on the left-hand side here. Now, what they're able to do here is choose a class that they are in. Now, this particular student is currently only in the EdTech demo class, so they can click on it and then press Next. Now, what they can see here is any assignment that is currently assigned, but they'll also be able to see, once they've completed this, any assignment that has been completed. Now, in this completed section, it will show any assignment that has been set for this class, regardless of how long ago it was. So for example, if you ask them to refer to a piece of work they submitted 3 or 4 months ago, it will be available on this system here. Clicking on this homework Introduction to Binary Conversion, which we set earlier, presents the student with this screen. They get the title that we gave them, the instructions which we also provided of completing on the sheet, and then the work that has been set for them. In this particular case, the Word document containing the questions. Now, we set this up so that the student completes it on a copy of the sheet for themselves and will then hand in that copy. This button down here, Add Work, would be for if we'd set them an explorative task, for example, to create a PowerPoint file or create a Word document of their own, they could upload a file to this process using this button here. In this particular instance, we're going to click Homework Converting Binary Numbers, and what it will do is open Microsoft Word within Teams. Now, here, as a student, or I'm going to be the student, I am going to provide some answers to these questions. I need to choose where to edit this document. I'm going to edit in browser. There we go. Which will allow me, when it loads, to edit this document here. There we go. And as a student, I am going to put my answers in for these questions. Now, I am purposely going to get question 1, question 2, and question 3 correct. However, question 4, which is the bottom of this page here, I am purposely going to get incorrect, so I'll be able to provide feedback on that as the teacher later on. So in this particular case, I've got 11, testing my binary here, I've got 14 there, I've got 15 in total here. Now in this particular case, the answer is 6, however, I'm going to put that the answer is 7, which is obviously incorrect. Let's assume that I've completed the following page as a student, and I am happy that my homework has been completed. At this point in time as a student, I'm going to click Close. To prove that it's actually worked, if I click on it again, it will show my amendments to it. Now obviously these are very different for each student. I'm going to click Close, and I'm happy I've completed it as a student. I am now going to click Hand In. And I get a lovely unicorn that appears on the screen, then disappears, to confirm that I've handed it in. Now, I'm able to undo that hand in right up until the due date tomorrow. So if over the course of the next day I go, oh no, I made a mistake, I can go back in and edit that. If I go back, what I will now see in assignments is I've got none that are assigned. However, I do have one that is completed. What I'm now going to do is show you this finally from the teacher perspective again, in regards to seeing the work that's been submitted and providing feedback for it. A teacher account. Now from here, it's very similar to the student. I've got 2 ways of accessing an assignment that I've set. I can, as you see in front of me here, in my team, go to View Assignments, or indeed click Assignments at the top. However, it is likely as a teacher you are currently setting assignments for more than one class, and therefore on the left hand side, very similar to how the student did, I can click Assignments. It will show me the class or classes that I have. In this particular case, I've got 2. The one that I'm interested in is the EdTech demo class that we are working on. Click Next. And what it will show me is a quick overview of the assigned task that is currently there. In this case, there's only one, and it is the Introduction to Binary. tells me that one of the 2 students in this class have handed it in. Now if I click onto that to get further information, it takes me to this page here where I can see my 2 students and also the status of their work. Now I can see that student 1, who pretended to be earlier, has handed in their work. Now to see their work, I'm going to click on where it says handed in, and very conveniently it will open up their Word document in Teams for me, and even better, allow me to provide feedback whilst I'm looking at it. So as a teacher, I'm going to look at this document. I can see that question 1, question 2 and question 3 are correct. However, question 4 is incorrect. Now I can provide some feedback for this, and obviously this can be as in-depth or as brief as I choose. I'm simply going to go, well done, great effort. Question 1, 2 and 3 are perfect. Go back and check question 4, as I think your arithmetic is incorrect. There we go. So I'm quite happy with the feedback I've left them. They will see that. If I click return now, it has returned that feedback to them. Now if I click close, you'll notice that that student's work has disappeared from to mark. It is now in a new tab at the top here, marked, and it shows me that has been marked and indeed returned to the student. So if I click on that returned, I can see what I put, and I can see the work, once again, the work that they did. One last thing I'm now going to show you as part of this video is how that feedback looks from the student perspective. So here I am for the last time logging into Students. Now you can see I'm currently on the activity feed. What I want to do to see the feedback my teacher has left me is click on assignments on the left hand side like we did previously. And then in this case I've still only got 1 class, so click that class and then next. Now there's currently no assignments assigned to me because obviously I've completed it and submitted it. So in completed, I can see that this homework is there. I've got a nice little tick next to it to show me it's done. If I click into it, what it shows me is feedback that I received from the teacher. Now, as a student, what I can be encouraged to do here is obviously read that feedback, but I'm also being told in my feedback to go in and check question 4, as the arithmetic seems to be incorrect. Now, what I'm able to do as a student is click onto this Word document again, make the necessary changes, and what I can choose to do is hand it in again. So what that enables me to do as a teacher is encourage that continuous feedback loop. So what this does as a teacher is it enables me to encourage that continuous feedback loop with the students so they can constantly reiterate their work to improve it. I hope this video has been useful. Look forward to more videos where we go through more of the features that Teams offers us in the classroom and out of the classroom.